Everybody, Gabe here. Happy Tommy Tuesday. Hope you're all doing all right. Rough times in the state of Minnesota this week and just the last year. Not only do we have COVID, but we've got the George Floyd trials with what's going on with the murder there and then a murder this weekend. Things just need to get better. That's all I can say. I prepared another video and said some other things about my gratitude. I'm grateful for my education, my family, in general, the state that I live in, with a lot of good things that happen here in Minnesota. But we need to do better in Minnesota. We need to do better as a nation with racial equality. It needs to not be just something that we talk about anymore. Everybody needs to be equal. I've got a lot of friends from all kinds of backgrounds, religious, color of their skin, upbringing. I had a very different upbringing, a lot of Native American culture in my background, a lot of African American culture with people that I grew up with and spent a lot of time with. My wife is Asian. I have a lot of different perspective because I'm a white person and I've never had to worry about getting shot when I get pulled over by police if I'm speeding or something. We just all need to work past equality. I think of when in Minnesota we had the equal rights around marriage equality, and one of the things was, in the gay marriage debacle, some of my friends said, it's not gay marriage, it's just marriage as we know it. And I think in the same way we need to get to people referring to people in the same way across culture. So it's not your black friend, it's not your Indian friend, or your black neighbor, or your Asian neighbor. It's your neighbor, and it's people that we make the change when we don't see people any differently across races and beliefs, and that's what we need to come to in Minnesota, globally, in my backyard. St. Louis Park, Minnesota, is where George Floyd lived, and close to where I live is where the riots were going on last night, and we're in curfew right now. So it's hard times. Like I said, I'm grateful that I've got a relative amount of safety in my life, and I'm going to do all I can to try to make some change in my local community. And I think that's where we all need to start, is on a grassroots level, starting with our local community. Start in early childhood education, in the schools, in your local community, around your neighborhood where you live, in your city. It needs to be national and international, but it also needs to be grassroots. We need to make those changes that we want to see in our communities, in our world. And I'm going to commit to do everything I can to do that. So that's my spiel for today. Grateful for being able to try to make some changes and do all I can to, I'm going to say not try, I'm grateful to be able to make some changes, and for being here today. And I hope everybody has a good Tuesday, as good as can be, and pray for less violence and unrest around what's going on in the Twin Cities in the next coming days and weeks.